Hello, everybody. My name is Sherrod Jones. I come from SCORE, where I serve as a mentor as well as a workshop presenter, and you are in one of my workshops. So, thank you very much for taking the time to be here, for committing, I guess, the next hour to participate in this. If Toya is available, who's our chair, I'd like it to turn it over to her for a brief introduction, and then I'll take it back over to start the presentation. Toya, are you available?
I am available. Thank you, Sherrod. My name is Toya Hemingway, and I am the chapter chair here at SCORE Chicago. SCORE is a national nonprofit association dedicated to helping small businesses get off the ground, to grow, and to achieve their goals through education and mentorship. We have been serving the needs of business owners across the country since 1964. Here at SCORE Chicago, our mentors are experienced entrepreneurs, corporate managers, and executives with backgrounds in a diverse set of industries and specialties. We offer experience and knowledge to help small business professionals start and grow their businesses. We also offer free and confidential mentoring on an ongoing basis, as well as low cost or no cost business training and free online workshops, in addition to numerous templates and tools on our website. If you're interested in being mentored, please go to score.org and submit a mentoring request. Now, I have the pleasure of giving you a little bit of background, just a taste of some of the many things that Sherrod does. He is the owner and of Strategic Futurist and Viable. Sherrod has over 15 years of diverse experience and currently consults organizations in standards and accreditation services. Sherrod has worked on program development for diverse clients, including Fortune 500 companies, large international associations, and jurisdictional agencies. Viable employs its proprietary framework to launch niche businesses that target Black community economic empowerment. Thank you so much, Sherrod, for addressing us this afternoon, and take it over from here. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Toya. I appreciate it. So yeah, so that was my brief introduction. It's right there. That's back, like coming right out of the pandemic when I tried to grow a beard and and a fro. But yeah, but this is basically who I am, and this is what I do. And what this program is really around kind of the core work that I'm interested in is in helping people to develop a niche business. And a lot of that really happens around your ability to focus and to have clarity about the problems that you're going to solve and who you're going to solve those problems for. And what I found is kind of one of the key tools that I like to use and some of the things that I like to draw people towards in terms of a resource is the business model canvas. And so today, what we're going to do is I'm going to introduce you to the business model canvas. But then what I'm going to do is to focus on one of the elements of the business model canvas, which is the value proposition. And to me, I think the value proposition is probably the most important part of this canvas because it informs so many other elements of it. So just really quickly in the chat, if you could let me know, have you already heard of the business model canvas? Just give me a yes, give me a no really quickly. All right, I got yes, I got a couple of no's. No, no, yes, no, 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 no. Okay. Okay, I got another yes, yes, no, no. Okay, yes, yes. All right. No, no. All right. Okay, so just off of what I've seen, we're probably looking at about 70-30. Maybe 70% of you have not heard of the canvas, 30% of you have. So that's pretty good. So what's going to happen is for those of you who haven't heard of the canvas, this will be your first introduction. Hopefully you'll find that it's a useful tool. Again, even what I do as a mentor with SCORE, I work with these elements primarily focusing on kind of your ideation stage, really helping you to be clear on what it is that your business is going to do. But then for those of you who are already familiar with it, maybe this is a tool that you have used or have not used, but it's something that I would like to encourage you to use just to, kind of frame your thoughts. So this is our agenda. We already did our introduction. I'm going to hit you with the course objectives. Then we're going to do our overview of the business model canvas. Then we're going to do a little bit more of a dive into what a value proposition is and how to construct one. And then together we're going to do an activity where we outline what a business proposition is for a business that we're all familiar with, just to give you all a little bit of practice and familiarity with the concept. So then you can take it back to your own business and apply it to that business. And then finally, we'll do questions and answers. So I hope that's all right with everybody. But today's course objectives are for you to be able to identify the components of a business model canvas, for you to be able to define a value proposition, for you to recognize the elements of a value proposition, and for you yourself to be able to construct and to articulate a value proposition. So let's hop in and start talking about this business model canvas. So here's pretty much what it looks like. What this is to me is a precursor to a business plan. What this is a thought exercise, and it allows you to kind of focus and to ask questions around these 9 key areas. And so before I say too much about it, what I'm going to do is to play a video, which is actually from a gentleman, Alexander Osterwalder, who is the originator of the business model canvas. So this will take about 3 minutes, and then I'll hop in and elaborate a little bit more.
Business model canvas is a very practical and visual tool that allows you to sketch out your business model. It could be a business model that you already have that you run, works, or it could be a business model that you want to build. And this tool helps you to have a shared language to better describe business models. We wanted this to spread, so Creative Commons license was the best way to get it to spread around the world. And today there are millions of users using the business model canvas, and that's great. And the only reason that is happening is because we use the internet and Creative Commons to get it to spread. We changed a couple of things to make it more practical. So we used to have a block that was called core capabilities. People didn't understand what that was. They needed explanation. So we killed that and replaced it by key resources and key activities. Everybody understands what's a resource, what's an activity. A resource is something you need to have, an activity is something you do. So we wanted to make the canvas ultra practical, so people could start with it without a lot of explanation. And we tried to design the canvas with a great and practical interface, just like you design websites. I think business tools need great interfaces, just like a great website. You have an interaction design. There's no profession called interaction design for business tools. That's why we're not using any of these tools, because they suck. But they're going to get better. We consider ourselves toolsmiths, business toolsmiths, because we spend a lot of energy on making these tools conceptually sound and ultra practical. Because otherwise, senior executives and entrepreneurs won't use them. So this is a crucial issue. If you want tools to be adopted, they need to be practical and very easy to use. Otherwise, there's going to be huge resistance. People often ask, where do I start? It doesn't matter, because at the end, every building block needs to be right. You need to have a business model where every piece reinforces the other. So you can start anywhere. People say, yeah, but we should always start from a customer need. Nonsense. If you have a great patent, well, you're going to have to search for an application for that. You can start from there as well. So while you don't need to start with customer needs, you always need to end with customer needs, which means that every business model canvas needs to fulfill a real job to be done for a customer. But it doesn't have to start there. At the end, what counts is that you have a great business model where you get all 9 questions right. It's not just about one block or the other. It's about getting all questions right. Some business models, one block might be more important than another, but it's still all 9 blocks that make a difference. Let me give you an example, pretty interesting one, of this medtech startup. They were going through a course at the University of Arizona. They had a patent and they came up with a medical device. They sketched out a business model that would make something like $5 million in revenues and $1 million in profit. The teaching team said, well, are you want to do this? Maybe it's not worth investing the time. They said, maybe you want to redesign the business model. And the team came up with something that resembles the Nespresso model, where they said, okay, well, what if we had a device and a consumable? And it would be about getting the device into the market, but then earn most money from the consumable. They sketched out that second prototype, and the business model looked much better. In fact, it made 20 times more profit. So the difference, same device, slightly modified, building a consumable into it, was a huge difference. 20 times more profit. Now they still need to build it and they need to get market proof, but already in the design can make a difference. So it's not just about that product. It's about the right business model to create something that's worthwhile doing. So that's really important. So all the 9 blocks together will make the difference between $1 billion business and $1 million.
All right, so there that was. I did see a comment that said that that was hard to hear. So hopefully, if you do have access to the recording when it's available, maybe you can crank it up a little bit, hear it a little bit better. And I do apologize for that. But that was really just about an introduction. So hopefully, I'll be able to give you some of the context that was really explained in his introduction. So essentially, what a business model canvas is, as he said, it's really a tool to conceptualize what your business model is going to be. And there are 9 blocks to it. 1 is the customer segments. 2 is the value propositions. 3 are the channels. 4 are the customer relationships. 5 are your revenue streams. 6 are your key resources. 7, your key activities. 8 is your key partnerships. And finally, 9 is your cost structure. So if we go down and look at here's an example of a business model canvas. And what happens is in each of these blocks, there are questions that you have to ask or be able to answer that really outline what happens. So if we start all the way at the left at the key partners, your question is, who are our key partners? Who are our suppliers? Where are we getting partners from? What do our partners perform for us in the way of key activities? Essentially, who is it that I work with that's going to make sure that my business works? That's kind of the short question that you ask for key partners. Next is key activities. Here it asks, what key activities do our value propositions require? Our distribution channels, our customer relationships, revenue streams. Essentially, again, the short answer is, what is it that we do to make sure that our business runs? If we look under key activities, there's key resources. So what key resources do our value propositions require? Our distribution channels, our customer relationships, our revenue streams. Once again, what do we have to have available to us that is going to allow us to make our business run? So types of resources include physical resources, intellectual resources like brand patents and copyrights, human resources, your people, financial resources, your money, your capital. Next, we go to value propositions, and this is what we're going to focus on for today. And so essentially this question is, what value do we deliver to our customer? Which one of our customers' problems are we helping to solve? So for me, this is the core of business. This is why I start here, because at the end of the day, people pay for what they value. If you're solving a problem for people, they will pay for that solution. If you're relieving a pain point, if you're adding a benefit, if you're giving them a net gain, that's what they will pay for. And if you're able to articulate that in the form of an offer, then people can readily determine if they want to engage with you. And so a value proposition is a really succinct way for your customers to know that they are in fact your customers, and for them to know what you're offering to them, right? Next, customer relationships. And that's what type of relationship does each of our customer segments expect us to establish and to maintain with them? You'll find, if we jump over to customer segments, that you'll have different segments of customers. So you're creating value for different people, right? So what you want to be clear on is, who all does my business give or provide value to, right? And that could be a number of people. And then you could determine at what level you're interacting with each of these customers. It may be at the early stages of your business, you may have identified 6 customer segments, but you start really focusing on one and learn how to serve them very well, so then you can move to the other customer segments. I find, once again, the reason why I encourage people that I work with to focus on a niche is because you can't fix everything at one time. You can't do everything for everybody. But if you hyper focus on solving one problem very well for one ideal client, then you're on your way to something that's repeatable, sustainable, and ultimately scalable. Next, under customer relationships are channels. So this is basically, how do our customer segments want to be reached? How do we touch people? So you've seen recently, most of us, there's been a great push to leverage social media as a channel, by the way of using influencers or developing your own content and media so that you can touch people. But there are obviously other channels and other ways that you can reach your ideal client and your various customer segments that you've identified. And next, at the bottom, because this is really what the function and the foundation of the business is going to be, is on the left is your cost structure, right? What are the most important costs inherent to our business model? What key resources are most expensive? What key activities are most expensive? Basically, how much do we have to spend to stay in business? How much do we have to spend to make this business run? Whether it's a fixed cost like salary, rent, or utility, a variable cost like economies of scale and economies of scope. And that's going to be based on what it is that you're producing at any given time. Finally, there are revenue streams, which at the end of the day is probably the most important thing for a business. Where does my money come from? Who pays me? How do I get paid? Right? And how do people get their money to me? Right? And how does my money get to my bank? And how does my money in my bank get back into my business? So effectively, you want to identify, how is your money going to come to you? How are they going to pay you? And how is that going to be able to support everything else in this business model? So with that being said, I want to move on and focus on this value proposition conversation. So here we go. If we're looking at at a value proposition, what a value proposition does is to ensure that our product or our service is positioned around what the customer values and needs. And what you're looking at are kind of the two sides of the equation of a value proposition. On the left side is this value proposition is, all right, here's our product and service, our products and services, and here are the gains that it creates, and here are the pains that it relieves, right? And then on the other side is my customer. And my customer, this pretty much aligns to, the gains, the pains, and then their jobs. So the gains that we create align to the gains that they're looking for. The pain that we relieve aligns to the pains that they're looking to have relieved. And finally, our products and services are doing the jobs that they need help doing, right? And so basically that's what you're doing, is creating this connection between the customer's needs and what your offer is, right? So with that being said, let's talk about how we would define a value proposition. And what I have here is pretty much a verbal equation for constructing a value proposition. And it goes, our blank helps blank who want to blank by blank and blank, unlike blank. right? So now we're going to fill in the blanks and figure out how do we fill these blanks in. So our products and services, that's the first blank, helps customer segment who want a job to be done by reducing or avoiding a customer pain and increasing or enabling a customer gain, unlike whoever has the competing value proposition. Once again, our products and services help our customers who want to do a certain job by reducing or avoiding a customer pain and increasing and enabling a customer gain, unlike a competing value proposition. So these become the core questions around answering each one of these. The very first thing that you have to answer is, what do you offer? The next question is, who do you offer it to? The third question is, what outcome do you create with your offer? Next, what problem does that solve? Next, what reward does that give? And finally, who else is in your space that you're competing with, right? So we're going to go through a couple of examples of this, and then we're going to spend some time constructing our own value proposition together. And then we'll answer some questions, and then we could talk about this a little bit more. So what I've done here is to use the value proposition for Viable that I built. As Toya told you, Viable is one of the companies that I run where we do, entrepreneurship development. But our service, so I'll just read it for you. Our Germinator cohorts help entrepreneurs and early stage entrepreneurs who want to launch a viable niche business by reducing the likelihood of failure and wasted time and accelerating the path to scalable success through a tested blueprint, unlike existing startup accelerators, right? So once again, what we offer is Germinator cohorts. We offer it to early stage entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs. We create the outcome of a launch of a viable niche business by reducing the likelihood of wasted time and effort. That's the problem. Given what reward, we accelerated the path to success. And finally, who else is in our space? Existing startup accelerator. So it's really that simple. So now what I want to do is let's look at the value proposition for Uber rideshare, right? And you all can now kind of let me know if we agree with what these value propositions are. So if we look at the Uber rideshare value proposition. So the service is the rideshare service. So our rideshare services help travelers and commuters who want to have on-demand transport by providing local drivers and ensuring a safe, reliable experience, unlike public transportation and livery services. So what do we think of that value proposition? Is that accurate for Uber or Uber rideshare services? Because now Uber does everything. Yes. All right. Thank you. On point. Spot on. All right. And so another thing about this that I want us to think about potentially or particularly when we're starting off and we have a huge vision for what our business is and what our business is going to do, we want to do everything, but we can't start with everything. So we have to start with doing something. We got an absolutely thank you, Carlita. So essentially what we have to do, I see no lies. So essentially what we're going to have to do is to execute on one value proposition very, very well. So once we're able to execute on one value proposition very well, the lessons that we've learned from executing that value proposition, both in what our customers gain, what we're able to do for them, how effectively we leverage those services, will teach us how to serve other customer segments. And so that's really what the focus is, and why, again, my whole philosophy is focus on a niche and do one small thing very, very well that'll allow you to grow into other things. All right. So now that I think we've come to a point of consensus and agreement about a value proposition, how to construct one, how to make it really, really simple, because at the end of the day, just like Alexander said in the video, this is about making something that's a useful tool, right? You don't want to have all these things that get in your way more than they enable you. And so what I want the business model canvas to be for any of you who decide to adopt it as a strategy is something that's really easy for you to do. And it's something that's really easy for you to connect the dots on so that you can operationalize it and you can go back to it. You can refine it, but at the end of the day, it's useful for it, right? So now as a group, we're going to do an activity, right? And this is my favorite part of this presentation. I've done this presentation maybe 3 or 4 times for SCORE, and I always enjoy it just because it really, really works. And you really see that we all wind up getting on the same page and we become clear about the concept of a value proposition. And even as a result of it, I've had different mentor or mentees come and seek out my help with SCORE. And it's been fun kind of helping them out to articulate this. But for us, our activity for today is going to be, we're going to write the value proposition for the Amazon marketplace. I think right now this is a very apt example because it is Christmas time. And I'm pretty sure a lot of us are using Amazon and Amazon Prime to get presents. So if you're using Amazon to get Christmas presents, go and let me know in the chat because I am. And I love that they tell you, like when you go in there and you see Prime say, yeah, you'll get this in time for Christmas. So I kind of, do my Christmas scheduling around that. Like, oh, I got time. I can get this on Prime. And I'll put the list together and start, ordering stuff. I see, of course, on here, yes, we're using Amazon. So I think with us being Amazon customers, we'll do a very good job at articulating this value proposition for what Amazon does. And I think that we'll do a good job of coming to consensus on it. So speaking of consensus, Toya let you all know I work in standards and accreditation. And that's really what that role is developing a consensus-based like standard or methodology or a way to do something that a bunch of people get at a table and agree on. So that's pretty much what we're going to do today. We're going to have a consensus-based definition of Amazon's value proposition. So if you are ready, you can give me I don't know, something in the chat. You can give me a yes or one of those emojis, or I don't know if there's a reaction where you can do a smiley face. Do something to let me know that y'all ready to rock. Thumbs up. Let's go. All right. Yep. Thumbs up. Let's do it. All right. I got some thumbs up and some yeses. Ready, Freddy. All right. I think we rocking. All right. So as we said before, all right, we said we good. Thumbs up. Let's go. All right. All right. So I know that your chats are working. I know that you all are hearing me, and I know that you all can give me some feedback. And so this is the part where, again, we're going to create a consensus-based solution for this value proposition. So if we're thinking about Amazon, our blank, help blank, who want to blank, buy blank and blank, unlike blank. And once again, right now, we're focused on Amazon Marketplace because now Amazon is a monster with a bunch of different services. Like you got Amazon Prime, you got videos, and you got Amazon Web Services, and you got, whatever else that they do. They got their own logistics now. But what we want to focus on is the consumer facing marketplace, the stuff that we use Amazon for to get, to get our Christmas presents. So if we're looking at the products and services, what does Amazon offer? Who do they offer it to? What outcome do they create? What problem do they solve? What reward do they give? And who else is in their space? So let's start off with Amazon's product and services. What does Amazon offer? So just start throwing it into the chat and we'll start trying to make sense out of it. Everything. All right. So we're going to start. That's the first one I got. That's what we're going to put. We got everything, consumer goods and home goods. So we're going to say consumer goods, diversity of products. We got goods again. Let's see. supplies, groceries, convenience. Should just copy and paste these. That might be quicker. Let me see. See who's gonna copy and paste. Yeah. See, I got smarter while we were doing this. All right. All right. So we got a good bit of responses. So let's all says a place to start your own business. Mhm. All right. Any more? Let's grab a couple more and then we're gonna go through these and then make sense of what does Amazon offer. All right. Viability. Okay, that's good. We'll talk about that. All right. So let's stop there. I'm gonna make this big enough for everybody to see, and then we're gonna go through these and talk about these. What? All right. First answer that we got was everything. I think that that's the reality of it. But again, if we're gonna put this into this format, we can't say our everything. So I don't think we can use this one. So consumer goods can be found at Amazon. They have a diversity of products. They have food, they have supplies, groceries, convenience. I think convenience is more of a benefit than an actual product or service. Same thing with reliability. So and reliable quick delivery. I think there's something to that if we're talking about the logistics of it. So let's take out reliability. So I might leave that. So we got books, we got convenience. Once again, that's a benefit. Uh, Logistics, help customers get their presents. So we'll say logistics. A place to start your own business. We have subscription service. There it is. Electronics, distribution of products provided from vendors, subscription services, and furniture. So I say furniture, food, electronics, supplies, groceries, all go under consumer goods. So we're gonna add as well as diversity of products. So we're gonna take those out. Books. Okay, so what we have, reliable, quick delivery. So that's logistics, right? So let's say kind of keep logistics. A place to start your own business. So who said that? if you don't mind, okay, we got one-stop shopping. Wait, sorry. What happened to so good? So if we're looking at all of this and we want to simplify this, so let's say in one very succinct statement, we want to say that Amazon offers logistics of consumer goods, and distribution of products. I think that's logistics. So how about this? How does that look? So in terms of what Amazon offers is a one-stop shopping and logistics platform for the delivery of consumer goods. Or we can just say for consumer. Good job. Good. That's okay. Good. All right. Solid. Like it. Nice. All right. All right. So that one's good. Okay. Condense. Manuel says condense it. How do you suggest we do that? So one stop shopping and for we could take the delivery out, right? One stop shopping and logistics platform for consumer goods. I like that. That's a little bit cleaner. What y'all think? All right. All right. Awesome. Thank you, Tina. All right. Awesome. All right. So now we got a perfect, we got a great, we got a nice. You all are so kind. Thank you very much. All right. Next, what's our second part? Our second part is helps customer segment. So who does Amazon offer this service to? So let's get back into the chat. Who does Amazon offer this service to? The people. Oh, I forgot I'm supposed to copy and paste because that's easier. Somebody said savvy consumer like that. Man, well, giving me all these professional answers. Italic song. Prime members. Um, oh, we already had prime members. All right. Somebody said lazy people. Shirley. All right. Okay, so we have Rachel saying that's a good point. And that's something I want to talk about really quickly. Um, it's a marketplace, so their customers are also third-party sellers. So in this case, you're correct. So basically, what they are, they're a platform, and what they do is to connect people. Ultimately, that's what Amazon does, is to connect people. So that's why in the first one we identified that their product, part of it is it being a platform. A platform is a place for these different ends of a transaction to connect with one another. And so yes, you are correct. So I think, so if we're looking at this, we have the people, we have their members, the general public, businesses, savvy consumers, people who demand online shopping delivered to any place. Their needs are fulfilled. Prime members, lazy people, senior citizens, and third party sellers. So, do we think that this captures just about everybody? And then we'll try to boil it down a little bit. Yeah. All right. All right. So we'll start with their members and the general public. Our members and the general public. Who demand online shopping. Say prime because that's the language. Mm. All right, how's this one? Prime members, the general public who demand online shopping, as well as third-party sellers. Is that who they offer their services to? All right, we got a yes, a smile. Yeah, yes, yes, yep, great. All right, let me get two more positive. Yes. All right, we have consensus. Let's move to the next one. Jobs to be done. So, what outcomes does the Amazon shopping platform create? So once again, when we're looking at the jobs to be done, what is it that you're doing for me that I don't have to do for myself? How are you making my life easier? Shipping and receiving. Okay. Actually, I forgot that I'm supposed to copy and paste this. Man, well, you should do a workshop because your answers is really like professional answers. So we got peace of mind here. Okay. What's we got? Put that down so we can all see it. Easy access. Right. What else we got? All right, so let's start working with this. So let's look at the outcomes that they create. So again, our products and services help the customer who want to what? So again, and we're looking at this, and we're looking at all of this that somebody wants. What do they want? So I see easy a lot. So easy, easy, easy. So we're gonna make easy part of it. And all this, I think, constitutes. So again, you can find the correct product that you require, find customers, demand, uh, peace of mind, easy returns, different sellers. So an easy and streamlined shopping experience. Says trust the process. And early on, I think we said convenient under what they offer. And I think that that fits more here, right? So I guess if we're looking at the outcome that they create is a convenient, easy, and streamlined shopping experience. And all of the elements of that include access to multiple vendors, or if you're on the seller side, access to multiple customers. They have, payment portals that are integrated. They have shipping. They have returns. Like now you can go to Kohl's and take your stuff back. They made that easier. So essentially, do they offer and have they created a convenient, easy, and streamlined shopping experience? Do we feel like this is what they've done? Absolutely. Thank you. Yes. Yes, they have. Yes. 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 All right. Give me two more for consensus. You got to absolutely thank you, Lawanda. Solid. Manuel and Brian. Yes. Yeah. Oh, we got more. We got twice as many as we needed. 1000%. Thank you. All right. So next, yeah, yep. Thank you, Tina. So, what problem did they solve? So, what customer pain are they reducing and avoiding? You making it so easy. Thank you, Shirley. Yeah, that's what a process does. So we just filling in blanks. We're just filling in blanks. Amount of time. So, okay. Oops. So Angel said inventory. What do you mean? Lines, yeah. So again, what pain are they reducing or helping you to avoid? They're removing inconvenience. Like that one. All right. How much time do we have still
You got about 7 minutes,
for the whole thing? All right, let me
and then we can do like about 15 minutes in questions.
all right, cool. So I might let me steal like 3 more minutes off that 7 so I can get 10, and then we can do 12 minutes
Okay.
and Q&A if y'all don't mind. So so yeah. So what problems do they solve? We have help you reclaim your time. Let me make this a little bit bigger. And then we're gonna come to consensus on these. Okay, they help you reclaim your time, remove inconvenience. There's not enough workers in the store. They make it possible to find what you need at the click of the button. Your amount of time dealing with people in crowds. There's not enough workers in the store. You can avoid brick and mortar stores. You can get your money back. You can shop from home. Inventory, time consuming, comfort, product that the customer really need, easy payment methods, security and reliable logistics. Amazon is a monster. So that's around kind of the gains. So what I want to do is to kind of save that for the reward. Having to leave your home so you can shop. So they solve the problem of what's the customer paying? You can shop 24. That's very good. Let's say we'll make it simple like that. All right, so let's do that. So solving what problem, or rather reducing what customer paying. So again, they're reducing or even eliminating, which you don't see very much. Like you see things helping, but I think Amazon has effectively eliminated this as a problem. So I think they're eliminating having to travel to and to navigate. Let me press it down so you can see it. And to navigate multiple brick and mortar stores during certain hours to find the goods you want. What do we think about that as a summary? Okay, 24 hours. Okay, we got a yes, we got a like it, good word, and thank you. All right, we got a celebration. So I'm gonna X this. Yes. All right. Good. Awesome. All right. All right. So let's keep it moving because I just found out we only got probably 6 more minutes to finish this part before we get into the Q&A. So now we're talking about increasing, enabling a customer gain or giving what reward. So one, because some of these that you all were listing were rewards. So you can reclaim your time. You got comfort. Let me see. Possible to find what you need at the click of a button. Uh, Comfort. Uh, Product the customers really need. Easy payment, security, and reliable. Check that out. Getting shot from anywhere. All right, so let's clean some of this up. All right, so again, let's throw me a couple more. So get all your shopping needs done in less time. All right, we're gonna put that under help reclaim your time. Depending on your payment methods, there's several benefits, discounts and cash back. Some bundles they offer, more problems that sellers didn't even think of. So we're gonna say provide. Throw that in there, and then we're gonna try to make it all make sense. Product discovery, I like that. Let's see how we make that fit. More options. I feel like a VIP. It does create other businesses. More options. Um, okay. All right, so let's try to make some sense out of this. So what do they increase? What's your customer gain? What's your reward? So one, you reclaim time, you have more options. We're just gonna say more product options, available product options. And then now to take our product discovery. Time. Yeah, more available. Let's say, yeah, available and accessible goes together. Um, VIP status, find what you want. They need to click up. We got that. See, comfortable. Okay, so let's try that. All right, so how's this? So you get additional reclaim time, more available product options, VIP status, and a comfortable shopping experience. And we're gonna say home-based shopping experience. Home-based shopping experience. All right. What we got? All right, we got 100. Appreciate it. Lovely, straight to the point. Anybody else? We thinking that this works? Give me 2 more for consensus. Yes and yes. Awesome. All right, we rocking. All right, home stretch, everybody. Oh, I'm the best. Thank you, Shirley. All right, great, cool, better than ChatGPT. All right, so finally, who else is in their space? So we're talking about the competing value proposition. Home space, this one is easy. Who are they competing with? Walmart? Why am I not getting it? There we go. Target. Kroger. Big box. Great answer. eBay. Yeah. Discount stores. Alibaba. Okay. Place. All right. UPS and the Postal Service. That's true. But UPS and Postal Service is only one element of it. I think that while Amazon does logistics, that's a part of their core product because UPS doesn't sell you anything, neither does the post office. Mostly all online stores based on those platforms. Against how that's correct. So post office is growing on me in that way as a seller. That'd be interesting. I'm not familiar with that. All right, but let's go ahead and get this wrapped up. So we got Walmart, Ross, Target, Kroger, big box stores, department stores, eBay, discount stores, Alibaba, major wholesale stores, Meta Ads, Jewel, Microsoft, mom and pop stores, Facebook Market. So we will say local and global retailers, just in general, big box stores, department stores, eBay, Alibaba. So we got that. Amazon is a big boy in the market, looking forward to devour anyone. So basically, it's Amazon versus everyone. That is a fact. So local and global retail, and let's say so local and global retailers, big box stores, department stores, eBay, Alibaba, and other online vendors. How does that sound? Yes. All right. Let me get a couple more of these, and then we're gonna wrap this thing up, and then we'll move to the Q&A. All right. Awesome. 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 All right. So now we're gonna plug all of this back in to our equation and read it, and we'll see how much sense it makes. So Copy this. And we'll make it pretty. Or pardon me. Okay. All right, everybody. This is the value proposition for Amazon Workplace that we created. Our one-stop shopping and logistics platform for consumer goods helps Prime members, the general public who demand online shopping, as well as third-party sellers who want convenient and easy and who want a let's say that was bothering me, who want a convenient, easy, and streamlined shopping experience by eliminating having to travel to and navigate multiple brick and mortar stores during certain hours to find the goods you want, and offering, let's say offering additional reclaimed time, more available product options, VIP status, and a comfortable home-based shopping experience, unlike local and global retailers, big box stores, department stores, eBay, Alibaba, and other online vendors. So this is a value proposition that y'all made for Amazon. What do you think? All right, we got some claps and what? Yeah. Awesome. Yes, you did do that. All right. We got some lovers, claps. We got the fire. Awesome. Can you assist on the individual level? Yeah, I do that. I like doing these actually, helping people with these. So I'm a score mentor. You can reach out and just ask for me. Just giving you so much anxiety relief. All right. All right. Yeah, you can reach out to me again through Score. If Toya is still here, she'll let you know the process of, I guess, engaging through Score. Um, or y'all shoot me an email to my Score email address. I think this is it. Well, we have a system that y'all can go in through. Again, Toy, are you still on the line? Oh yeah, I think this is my right email address. Sherrod.jones scorevolunteer.org. Double check. Yep, you can reach me to this. And the presentation, I believe it has been recorded and it will be on YouTube for you all to watch again and to check out. So with that being said, I know I kind of stole some of the Q&A time by going a little bit longer, but yeah, so I'll turn it over. I think that we'll have our questions moderated out of the chat if you all have any.
I'm checking the Q&A box. There are no questions. You got a lot of thank you.
You
I'm
very
going to
welcome.
put the YouTube page in the box in the chat.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Lisa, yeah, you can apply this on a service level. Oh, thanks, Shirley. Thanks, LaWanda. So my name is Sherrard Jones. Y'all can. Is it all right if I share my Instagram info with them so they can follow me
Yeah.
on there too?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So y'all can follow me on Instagram at Viable, and that's where I post this kind of content. So it's really like 100% focused on entrepreneurship, development type stuff, and this type of information. So will that help? You have a small company doing glazing? I think so, because primarily whatever you're doing, one of the key questions that you're going to have to answer is, who's your customer? What are you doing for them that's better than what everybody else is doing? And it's really going to be how you're able to differentiate your product or service from the other products and services in the market. Will it help general contractors? To a degree, but I think more so than anything with general contractors, it's about, doing really good work and then, people referring you based on the really good work that you've done. But I do think that there's an opportunity if there's something that you do exceptionally well to like hyper focus on that and tell people this is what I do specifically. So maybe, you real good at bathrooms or you real good at cabinets, you real good at, light installs in basements. You know what I mean? So I do think that it does have value, but once again, it's really a matter of who's your client, like who really is going to benefit from what you do the most. So anyone in Score Focus in international wealth management. I just met. We had a Score annual luncheon today, and there was someone there. He does wealth management. I don't know about international, but he does focus on wealth management and small businesses, etc. So if you reach out again, go through the Score portal. I have a full market study for a real estate focus for future retirees. Yeah, that's probably who you want to talk to. Definitely, I have very limited subject matter expertise in real estate, or I don't know his name off the top of my head, but if you type in that's what you want specifically, it should help you to connect with him and say, I want wealth management and financial management assistance. Then it should connect you to his expertise. You'll meet him, and I just met him today and I forgot his name that fast because I'm really bad with names, especially when I'm eating. So yeah, so the recording will be on YouTube. So everything that you saw today will be on YouTube. Awesome. You're very welcome, Manuel. All right, so I guess that's it. Let me go back and check the YouTube, she shared that in the chat already. Let me see. Reshare that one more time. Actually, yeah. Here you go. YouTube, Chicago, BACP. There's the YouTube. All right. And I will turn it back over to the BACP to, I guess, close us out and do our logistics, right?
Yes. Thank you so much for today's presentation. I hope that everyone that attended today got the information that they were looking for. To learn more about our upcoming webinars, please visit us at chicago.gov/business education. If you are a part of the BACP Entrepreneur Certificate Program, please visit chicago.gov/BACP certificate to receive credit for your attendance today. And again, thanks again, and see you next time.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate y'all.